Hello. Today, I wanted to go through some of the questions I've been asked either on my TikTok page or, well, yeah, just my TikTok page. Sort of to just you know, answer them because why not? Just yeah. All right. So, first question: how do you keep yourself motivated? I don't. It's a bit of an interesting question to answer because it's like how I keep myself motivated isn't gonna work for everybody else. But I would say it's mainly just I don't want to say treating it like a chore because it's not like I despise doing it, but it's more so giving myself a schedule. Like I gotta write this amount of time each day, just get that done, and then bam, then I could just continue on with whatever I'm doing. I get that won't work for everybody. There's also like the aspect of um, how what makes me want to write, um, or what makes me so desperate to do it. That would the answer to that would be mostly because I want to make writing a career, and that requires putting a lot of work into it. So I'll do that in order to make it my career because that's what I want to do. Question number 2: do you have a music playlist while you write? If so, any song recommendations? I do not listen to music when I write. Usually it's silence because I feel like just music will distract me. I don't know though. I haven't really given it much of a shot. I might sometime later on. But anyway, if I had to listen to something, it'd either be lo-fi or it'd be like ambience noise, either from a video game or just like real life ambulance, like forest noise or crackling fire. That would just seem like very relaxing, get me really into the mood. Right, question number 3: when you are not writing, do you constantly think about the story and the words that you'll write next? Um, Not really, not as much as I should. Sometimes if it's like decided all right, I want to start my writing at like 11, then I'll start thinking about it like pick up where I left off when I finish and then like start planning out what I want to do from there. But I don't really plan out much. I do think ahead a lot, but when I think ahead, I think way ahead, like years, not like in an hour or two, really, at all. But I don't know, that works for me, and I don't really have a problem with doing that. Question number 4: do you ever struggle with word counts for your books? Not really. That's because my sort of method is to just come up with the word count first, then start putting in ideas. I have like a whole list of like books I want to write, and they already have like word counts decided for them. But I like realistically, if I wanted to like write those right now, they would not meet those word counts because I just don't have enough ideas. But that's why I'm putting them off till later, so I can just come up with various ideas for them to end up justifying that word count. It's a very weird method that I'm sure a lot of other people don't do, but I don't know, I'm weird like that. Question number 5: how long are your writing sessions? Well, for this book and for a bit of my last book, I've been doing an hour and 45 minutes a day, with the exception of giving myself a break day about once every 10 days. Um, so originally what I did was I would do a certain amount of words a day. For my first book, it was supposed to be one chapter a week. So I would do various amount of words depending on how long I wanted that chapter to be. So it'd be sometimes like 800 words a day, other times it'd be 1,000. And then for my second book, it started off as 625 words a day, but when I actually started to learn, when I started watching the Brandon Sanderson lectures on YouTube, which I recommend you watch, if you want to learn more about writing. Anyway, what was I saying? Hold on, I got another shot. God damn it. Oh yeah. I learned that just like 625 words a day was not going to be enough. I needed to do more if I really wanted to see good improvement. So I upped it to an hour and 45 minutes. That's how I'm going to be doing it for this book. My next book, I'm actually going up to 2 hours a day. And then the next, I'm doing 2:45. The next after that, 3 hours. The next after that, 3:45. And then finally, after that, I'm gonna start doing 4 hours a day and then stick to that. I'm not gonna go past that. Question number 6. What are your tips for making titles, and what is your writing process? Tips for making titles, just come up with one. It's just, I sort of just get like an overall idea of what I want the theme of my book to be. And then I just try to find like a jumble of words that sound really good, that sound really fitting for that theme. Just whatever sounds cool, really. And then writing process, I already explained hour, 45 minutes a day. That may vary. Sometimes I do it later in the day. Usually what I do is I don't do the entire hour and 45 minutes in one sitting. I break it up into 2 halves. I do 50 minutes, then an hour break, and then 55 minutes. Sometimes if I got like something big in like the dead middle of the day, I'll do 50 minutes in the morning and then do that whole event, come back home, and then do the last 55 minutes. That's just how I do it, and that's how I find it very easy that way. Question number 7. What is my favorite book genre? Good question. Well, it's fantasy, obviously. I want to write a lot of fantasy. It's a bit of a cheat answer because I don't really read that much. Not as much as I would like, but what I have read has been fantasy. Mainly, I'm almost done with the Mistborn trilogy. I really want to finish that, but I am really struggling to do that. But not because it's like bad or anything, but it's because it's good. It's entrapping me in its story so much that I'm finding it a struggle to finish it. But I don't know. I can't imagine myself getting into any other genre. Fantasy's always just been super cool to me. It's always been what I wanted to do. And I do plan to write a lot of fantasy. I have a bunch of other genres I want to write. I want to write romance. I want to write realistic fiction. But I mainly do want to write fantasy, and I want to make fantasy series because that shit's pretty cool. Final question. Do you have a dream book you want to write? Not a dream book. I would say there's kind of 2 different answers. I have dream things I want to do, and I have, I almost raised my middle finger there. And I have a dream graphic novel. This graphic novel has been like something that I came up with the idea for back when I was like 15, and I've been working on it ever since. And I've just developed the lore so much. In fact, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back to just get you a good idea of how much work I put into this. See that? All that right there? That's papers filled with lore stuff for my graphic novel. I'm not gonna show you it because it's secret. But yeah, I've been working on that for a long time. One of the main reasons why I want to get into writing is because it will help me to rack up the money to actually make a graphic novel, because I can't draw. I've tried, I just could never get into it. So the hope is to hire someone like an illustrator who can draw for me, but I'm also sort of just putting it off because I do want to put more work into it. I want this graphic novel, not just the story the graphic novel will tell, but the universe it'll make, just be my magnum opus. So I want to put a lot more work into it before I start putting it out there. But I will eventually. I'm not going to hold off on it forever. Anyway, thank you for the questions. I appreciate it. I'll probably do another one of these. At least that's the hope. But anyway, the end at October 30th. Maybe 31st, because the original plan was to release this book on Halloween, but I forgot 31st is Halloween, not 30th. So it might be 31st. My new book, my second book that I am currently revising, I'm currently on the final draft for it, It will be out by the end of this month, and I really want you guys to come check it out. It's going to be awesome. It's a horror, sort of dark fantasy called Xylophobia. It's about these guys who are trying to survive in a sort of woodlands that have no natural lighting. There's no sun, there's no stars, there's no moon. It's just the only light they have is like fires. And I would really like you guys to check it out. I think it's a lot better than my first book. I still think I have a long way to go, but I think I'm definitely improving, and I would really like for you guys to check that out. Anyway, thank you. Bye. So yeah, see you.